Hola, 'tis I, Alycia. How are you? Hope you are doing well. So, I got a viewer request to do this reading. So, Randy Leach, 30 years ago, went missing after a graduation party. Disappeared off the face of the earth. His car disappeared. He disappeared. And nobody's figured out where he went. I don't know what state this is, but he disappeared from somewhere after a party. So he went to some party, graduation party, I guess, and he disappeared, never to be seen from again. So let's just get into it, see if we can figure out Randy Leach. You know what? Let's get our other deck out, right? Let's see if it's going to tell us any truth, or if it's going to be, like I said, still working with this deck, so this one, we're not totally bonded. But hopefully we can get some cards that are relevant here. Alright. Alright. I have got chills like you don't even know. Okay, so the cards we've got here, let me zoom in there you guys can see them. We got our first card here is D-R-U-G-S. Am I even allowed to say that word? I don't know. First card we have there is that. We have regret. We have abuse, neglect. Curious about that one. Water. Hidden in water. We have revenge. I'm not quite sure what this is. Hidden in water. Drugs, regret. Oh, I said it. There's regret here about doing this. What is this about? What is this about? Alright, let's get into... This seems pretty straightforward. If he was taking something, he's probably got a regret. I don't know that I need to dig too deep in there. Okay? This would say, hidden in water. Okay. That, I don't have to dig, I don't think, too deep on that, right? This, revenge and abuse. This one, I might want to dig into a little bit more. This is interesting. I'm wondering, you know how some people get, like they'll say that like alcohol is a truth serum, right? I wonder if Randy is the type of guy who would have said something to the wrong person and they took it like the wrong way. Like sometimes, you don't, if you're inebriated, you don't always have your wits about you about like things you may not joke about or things you shouldn't be saying. or spilling the truth. You know, it's kind of like if your husband's drunk and you ask him like, oh, how do I look in this dress? And he'd be like, oh, you look fat. Like, he wouldn't say that if he was sober because he knows he'd get his ass kicked. But this would look like something may have been said to the wrong person, unintentionally upset them, and that started this grudge. Because then it's almost like there's a not like an instant sober up, obviously. Nothing does instantly sober you up, but there's something like, oops, shouldn't have said that. And then there's something's happening and he doesn't get where he's supposed to go, right? Obviously, he doesn't get home. There's something that happened that night. Someone's ego got hurt. Someone's ego got hurt. Let's move these up. Leaving an abusive situation. Like, I think this, like, whatever was said, intuited by whoever the person who took offense to it was not happy. Like, it feels like, this feels like a dude. And I don't mean Randy. I mean, there's some dude involved here who's like, it's insulting this guy's masculinity in whatever way that means. It's almost like he said the wrong thing to the wrong guy. And that's what starts this disappearance here. There was some discussion about just taking the car and dropping him off somewhere. There's others involved. I'm gonna say there's like at least 3 people here that know what happened. There's like, I'm gonna guess like there's some females in here that know what happened. They were a part of this, and this is also a we're running out of time. We have to do something quick. I don't know what the timeline is, but there's something here like, is the sun coming up? I don't know. Something like that. Like, we're running out of time here. There's some TikTok, something's happening. I don't know. Yep. At least this person and maybe whoever else is a part of this. This was like, okay, we're just doing this. They're like, they get their plan together quickly. And then they kind of just like swear to secrecy each other. Like, it's almost like a picture in my mind, like, you know, when you're a kid and everybody pricks their fingers and they're doing a blood brothers kind of thing. It feels like that. Like, not mafia, but kind of like, it's that kind of bond. Like, we would never rat out each other. Like, there's more than, this is how they've moved forward. For some reason, they all seem like they made this agreement. They've all been sticking to it. And I'm thinking that there's like at least 3 people involved that know about this. Like, we're a part of it. But the main dude is the reason why something happened here. All right, so let me take these off here. So that was under the revenge and the abuse, neglect. I'm wondering, there must have been, I don't know, we're going to take away hidden in water. So if we're looking for him, go looking in the water, because that's where cards say. And drug and regret, that's him. Like, it's almost like, man, I shouldn't have done this. Shouldn't have done that. We're going to look in more. Let's see here. Okay, sneaky snacker card again. You guys can't see my little other cards there. But, alright, sneaky snacker again. We're moving forward with our plan. Some people are like, let's zoom this out. Some people are not happy about this, holding on to this secret. It's like really jacking their shit up. So somebody must have a moral compass, allegedly. Man, this is like weird. I'm wondering if one of the people involved was a classmate, actually knew Randy. Like, you know how you go to parties sometimes and you don't know everybody, but it feels like there's somebody who knew him. Like, it wasn't just like, you know, oh, this is my friend who goes to high school in the town next door. It's not that. It's like a friend. I'm wondering, so they relocated him, right? Like, I almost wonder if this was not, like, the flash I saw was kind of like a, okay, so this is how it plays out. It plays out that there's like, Randy says the wrong thing to this other dude. And this other dude, like, it's almost like Randy said something, and I don't know if anyone else was around to hear it. Maybe. But it was kind of like a, you know when somebody says something, it's like, ooh, like a burn? I don't know if they even call it that anymore. He said something, this guy's like, what? And it was like, in my mind, I'm picturing some, like, scene, like you'd see out of, like, what was that movie? Rebel Without a Cause. Like, what? And then the guy takes his fist back and boom! And gets him on the chin. And then he just passes out. And it's almost like either he's muerto at that point, or they can't revive him, or there's something going on, and they don't want their hands on any of this. That's what this feels like. Yeah, and then it's like, okay, so, like, it's almost like they're like, why'd you do that? Like, I'm telling you, there's a chick involved. Why'd you do that? And it's like trying to attend to him. But nothing. So I think that's where we got to this position of then taking him somewhere and somebody in this group who knows something about it, and I'm going to guess it's a female here, is they're very, like, still much, like, they still think about it. Like, it's constant in their head, and they still think about it very, like, it's very emotional to them. Very emotional. Two sneaky snacker cards in the same reading. Gosh, that reminds me a lot of BM. The Pentacles has come up a few times. And I'm wondering, was there some type of, like, did they get some type of valuable off of him? Like, it's almost like a metal money clip or a watch or a something. I feel like there was something taken from him that somebody had in their possession. And it feels like the main dude who's responsible for this, it was kind of like, "We had it coming, you had it coming." Like there's not really remorse there, and it's like, and the feeling like a victim with the hangman in reverse. It's kind of like, "Well, you shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. You had it coming." It's that very machismo like thing going on here. Yep, and there are 3 people working together to do this, and they didn't have a plan. So it's not premeditated, but this is definitely like, it's like I'm hearing like Scooby-Doo feet, like they're all scattering and trying to figure out like, how are we going to do this? Like kind of like watching an episode of I Love Lucy when she's going to have the baby. Everybody's running into each other, that kind of thing. Like no plan whatsoever on how they're going to do this. I saw this earlier. Where did I see this earlier? Here. I'm wondering something here with the 2 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Was this possibly also a girlfriend type thing involved, where it's kind of like trying to impress a girl? Maybe that's who the chick is. She's a girlfriend to somebody here. She's like, she knows about it. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes. This is like they've all been working very hard to keep their mouths shut for all this time. They've been working very, very hard. But I'm curious about this Wheel of Fortune here in reverse. Let's get some little coinsies on some of these. I want coins for my revenge, abuse, neglect up here. And I want coins for this. That's interesting. Alright, so revenge has a shark. 92. Unseen danger. Predator. That would make sense. Randy's inebriated. Didn't see the danger. Right? Didn't see the danger of whoever this person is. Okay. What is this? Oh god, I'm gonna need my glasses for this one. Is that fairy? No, it's not this one. Put it up here. Maybe I can see it. What the heck is that? I don't know. 105. Angels are protecting you. Okay. Interesting. And then we have 103. This looks like a road with trees. There we go. What's 103? Outdoors. Water, outdoors. It's where he is. Oh. Is uncertainty, bad luck, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, outdoors, and remember I said he's outside. Is this where almost like the jig is up? Because wherever he happens to be may be starting to be exposed due to environmental conditions, or it's getting excavated, like we're putting in a new development, or it's erosion, like it used to be a lake and it's drying out, or it used to be a lake and things are popping up or going. This feels like jig is up, like secrets coming to the surface, like literally. Jig is up, man. Something's up. He's outdoors. Failure. Bad luck. It would certainly be bad luck if you're trying to hide someone and all this time later it gets exposed. So I'm wondering if that's, unless one of the other ones turns on the one of the other in the group. So something like, it feels like the jig is up. Feels like the jig is up. This is interesting. So, that's what I got. Jig is up. Hopefully that means they're going to find Randy soon, because That's not right. That's not right to do to a family. So, maybe one of these people who's been fretting about it all these years, maybe they want to clear their conscience. Maybe. Maybe they want to be a good human. Maybe they want to do the right thing and just say what happened. Say what happened. Do the right thing. Anyhow, alright, that's what I got for Randy Leach. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, just thinking about it, it's just very interesting. Please like, share, subscribe, ding my bell so you get a notification when the next video comes up. And I will see you next time. Adios.